All right. We're here with Hypnotic.
You will.
What's up, man? Thanks for being here.
Hey, it's my pleasure, dog. Appreciate the opportunity.
You got it, man. Where you coming from?
I drove from Hemet, dog. So I live in Hemet. I've been living out here for the past few years. I grew up in Escondido, though. That's where I'm from, the San Diego area. But Hemet's home now.
San Diego, man. Got beautiful weather up there, man.
Yeah, I still go there a lot, though. You know, we got Familia out there. Vista area, my nephews. I got my sister in San Diego, my sister in Fallbrook, and a lot of shows, man, out there in San Diego también. But you can't help but go back, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's only an hour away, dog. So, you know what I'm saying?
You got the weather, you got the lowriders out there, man.
The raza, dog.
The raza's out there. You got a lot of Chicano parks out there.
You're right there, dog. You're right next to Tijuana, dog. So
yeah, TJ's right there.
So it's gonna be heavily influenced by the raza and stuff. You know what I'm saying? The food bomb out there. Like you said, the weather. You can't beat the weather, bro. And it's just crazy because we used to grow up. When I was growing up, we used to go to TJ a lot, bro. And now my nephews are going out there también, trying to go party and shit. I haven't been there recently, but they've been trying to get me out there, dog. So I think I might be down soon, dog. There's some place called HKs. I don't know if you heard of that, dog. Hong Kong's? Yeah.
Oh, what, Hong Kong?
Yeah, it's very legendary from what I hear. I just haven't been there yet.
Only the legends go there.
It's just a spot, bro. You want to have a good time and shit from what I hear, dog.
Yeah.
But like I said, though, like San Diego, all that shit is very raza influence, bro. But then that trickles down everywhere, bro. IE, LA. Now it's trickling throughout the whole United States, bro. And we're just so many of us, you know what I'm saying?
So what was your upbringing like, man? Growing up in San Diego?
I guess I was born in Oceanside. From what I remember, we moved to Vista for a little bit. From what I remember, I go to Escondido, dog. I loved sports. In second grade, basketball was my first passion, bro. And and then como like as far as my upbringing, I guess my familia, dog, is just I'm the youngest out of 6 siblings. 3 of my siblings were born in Mexico, and then I'm first generation along with the other 2 siblings. And just a big family, bro. Being the youngest, you're always around your sisters, your brothers, your familia. Spoiled a little bit by mom, you know what I'm saying? So mama's boys, what they would call me. I'm white, bro, like as far as my skin, so they would call me white boy and shit. My sister always told me that I got adopted and shit, or they found me in the trash can type shit. Is that a raza thing? They tell the little brother or hey, we found you in the trash can. I don't know if you've experienced that, dog, but I heard other people saying that.
Yeah.
No, but my upbringing was full of familia, dog. My dad stressed familia to the fullest, bro. Like, just familia es número uno. Always family first, you know what I'm saying? Dad was rough, though. I'm not gonna lie. He was rough. Alcoholic, bro. He drunk every night, pretty much. You get a little drunk, he talking shit. But he did what he had to do for the familia, though. He provided food, provided a house for all of us. You know what I'm saying? That was always the theme. Even growing up, when my siblings got older, they branched out, had their own canton. They needed to come back and stay. You know, they had kids. My dad always provided the room for them. Like, hey, if you need to stay here, stay here. We always look out for each other, dog. That's all I remember growing up is stress because of my dad, just stressing familia, the importance of family and looking out for each other.
What was it like growing up with that many siblings, though?
Like I said, it was dope, bro. Like, I mean, one thing that sucked, if you, not that it sucked because I didn't think nothing of it, but I never had a bedroom. You know what I'm saying? I never had my own room till I was like fucking like what, almost a senior in high school or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, I think it's you create bonds with your siblings and you always have somebody there for you to be around, and it's never a dull moment, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you're always surrounded by familia. And the thing with me, because I was the youngest, my oldest brother, he's almost 50, I want to say, and I'm 35 now. I'm going to be 35 this year, but they had kids young, so I grew up as an uncle at the age of 5, bro. Our first niece, Angelica, we're only like 5 years apart. And my other nephew her brother turned 28 yesterday. I was just talking to him like, bro, we're only 7 years apart, dog. I'm actually going to his party after this podcast, but growing up with that many siblings and then having the kids as well, my nephews and nieces, you're just surrounded by familia, dog. So I love being around kids too. I grew up around kids. Like I said, I was an uncle at the age of 5. We have 16 nephews and nephews and nieces now. My brother, the oldest one, just had a kid, dog. Out of all the motherfucking pente, dog, I got nephews and nieces that are 30, they're 28, 27. They live in the canton with their partner. Me, I don't have a kid yet. My other brother, he don't have a kid. And the motherfucker that pops the kid is the oldest one in the family, my oldest sibling. He just has a new kid, but that kid is bringing joy to the familia. My mom is, every time she's at the crib, my mom just lights up, bro. And it just brings back, we haven't had a kid in like a newborn in a while. The youngest one before her, Jessica, I think she's like 13. So it's been a while since we had a child. And it's just bringing back memories and, you know, it's beautiful, dog. It just brings peace to the canton. Because, you know, sometimes we be like stressing out, we be yelling, everybody's on a good one. But when the baby's there, everybody just wants to play with the baby and be all delicate and shit. It brings peace to the house, bro, and love.
Yeah, kids are a blessing, man. They're always a blessing, bro. Mm-hmm. You know, especially when it's been so long that a kid's been in the household and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, when that, you know, especially for the grandparents, when a kid is a brand new baby's introduced, oh man, they go crazy.
Right.
You know, I think they miss that.
They do. Yeah, my mom's having a time of her life, dog. Like, and she's doing her little cariños throughout. She'll be washing the dishes. The baby's not even there, but she's acting like the baby's there. Like, chicatita, you know, she'll be saying her little cariños and shit. I was like, Mom, who are you talking to? She's like, I talk to her even though she's not here. It's just tight, fool. It's just love. It's just like love in the air. Another part of the member of the family, you know what I'm saying?
Was your mom a good cook, man?
The best, fool. Man. Everybody says that, right? About their mom. But yeah, no, fool. She gets down, fool. Still to this day. Her pozole is top notch, bro. Tamales every time in Christmas. My favorite, one of my favorite breakfasts is the chicharrón. It's a chicharrón con carne.
Yeah.
You know, the little.
That's good.
Yeah, and then she puts like some salsa in it, some serranos and some tomate Roma, I think. And she blends all that serranos and Roma, and it's, bro, with beans, fire, fucking chicharrón, crispy and cooked, with a little soft too, with the tortilla, the maíz, dog. That's a good question, bro. I'm just curious. I always wonder like what people like more, corn or flour tortillas. I'm a corn guy, bro. I love my flour too, but as far as like, my mom makes some bomb ass homemade flours, tortillas as well, and buñuelos too. Do you know those?
Buñuelos,
yeah, buñuelos. That shit's fire. She makes a lot of stuff, bro. Caprutada. You know what caprutada is?
What's that?
Caprutada is a lot of some foods. It's a bread. It's like French bread with peanuts, condensed milk, a little bit of like some honey, some
like sweet bread,
banana. Yeah, it's like a bread pudding in a way.
Okay.
But it's called caprutada.
Sounds bomb.
It's fucking fire, bro. Like that, and some cheese on it. Like it's really good, bro. She gets down with that. And then everything, bro. You know, she's a great cook, dog. Blessing to have my mom, man. She's still cooking to this day. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. Blessings out there, bro. I remember back in the day, especially during the holidays, man, when the family used to get together and they start making the tamales and stuff, getting ready for the Christmas day and stuff like that, the pozole. Man, those days were the best, bro.
Always. It's just festive.
It's festive, yeah.
You're there with familia, bomb food, and you already know mom's cooking's the best.
Bomb.
And there's always going to be room for doubles, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, with pozole, dog, it's mandatory at least 2 plates, bro. Like, I don't know. Like, I get one, yeah. It's like, it's not enough, bro. I need that other dish.
How many tamales can you eat, dog?
Tamales, I don't munch down too much on them. I had 2 of them yesterday, though. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we just, you know what's lovely about tamales is you can go down to the 99-cent store and there's some vato right there. Tamales. I Ale, ma, ¿quieres un tamal? You know, I'll be like,
Yeah.
fuck it, let's get some.
That's
get
right.
some for the people at the crib. $2.
Yeah.
Decent little price. But no, I don't go crazy on tamales, but I can eat my pozole. I can eat certain things.
What's your favorite dish, bro? Out of all.
All time?
All time favorite. No cap.
You like homemade or just something out there?
Your favorite dish in general, homemade or not.
I don't know.
What's your
dog.
go-to?
Well, I'm not gonna say it's my favorite, but my go-to is carne asada fries, dog.
Man,
When you're
Can't go
faded,
wrong with that,
or
man.
when you're driving home, or you just had a show, let's get some or tacos too, dog.
Right.
The tripa, I love my tripa tacos, carne asada tacos, pastor, but I have to say carne asada fries is literally my go-to, dog. And I want to say those were I think they were invented in San Diego area, dog. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really knew what carne asada fries were. I would go to the studio in East LA. My boy Kiki, shout out Hennessy Lounge. Kiki, that's the homie right there. That's where I first had my first professional studio recordings and stuff. I did a lot of my early work there. But I would tell him about carne asada fries, bro, and he's like, what are you talking about? You know, this was like 10 years ago. So nobody knew what carne asada fries were, but in San Diego, we already knew what was up with that. And I think it's starting to trickle down now. Most places have them. But that's my go-to, dog. And I think I brought him some fries one day. I would drive an hour and a half away to go to the studio, and I brought him some fries, and he tried it. That was the first time he had it. But my go-to is carne asada fries, bro. But like, I don't know, man. That's hard. I love food in general, dog. Pozole is one of my favorite dishes. But then I've been leaning towards menudo. There's always that battle, like, what's better, pozole or menudo? I don't know, dog. Menudo's starting to take over, dog. You like white menudo? Have you had white menudo?
I haven't had the menudo blanco.
Yeah,
I haven't had that. I think I've had it before, but I like the red.
The red's bomb. They're both bomb. But
You like it with pata or sin pata?
I don't mind the pata.
Okay.
It's not that I love it, but my thing is, I've noticed when you order menudo with pata, the flavor is better overall.
Right.
You know, you cook all that shit. Like, if people that don't like pata, I even tell them, even if you don't like pata, order with pata, dog, because it's gonna make the broth better. All that ingredient, all the flavors, and take the pata out. But I don't. It's not like I like pata. It's a different texture.
Yeah.
It just adds a different element to it. I'll eat it. I always tell my mom, just give me a poquito pata. I don't need that much, but it enhances the flavor for sure. You know, because if you can order menudo sin pata and it's lacking some of that grease flavor or something, whatever the fuck, all those ingredients together is what makes the broth, bro,
Makes
when they
it
cook
flavorful.
it. Yeah. You like pata?
Yeah, I'll eat it with pata or sin pata. It doesn't matter to me. Menudo is menudo, you know.
Right.
But with pata, I do feel like there's more flavor
Yes.
with it.
Thank you. And then you like damn, I went blank. Fuck, man.
You know what I had recently, man? Pastrami fries.
Pastrami fries.
Ah,
Fool, you can make fries with anything nowadays.
nowadays, bro.
That sounds fire though.
Fire,
Is that
though.
the Hat? There's a
I think
place
the
called
Hat's
the
got 'em
Hat.
too.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It wasn't the Hat where I purchased the order, but it, man.
I've seen shrimp fries.
Damn.
I've seen all kinds of shit. But yeah, so where'd you get the pastrami fries, dog?
It was a little joint, man. I forget the name of the joint. It was like a hole
Fire
in the
though?
wall joint.
Fire?
But man,
Yeah.
pastrami fries are fire, bro. That's one, you gotta try it.
Right,
You
Simon.
like carne asada fries? I think you like pastrami.
Definitely.
So, what were you like in high school, man? What type of person were you?
High school.
Were you outgoing? Were you the?
Well, yeah,
kept
that's
yourself?
what, so. Like when I went, my freshman year in high school was in Escondido, Orange Glen High School. I had already like established myself in middle school as a really good basketball player. I played basketball, and that was, like I said, my first love, my first passion. And so I tried out for the freshman team, made it. I was killing it, bro. You know, and they were already talking about me joining the junior varsity team next year. The coaches were recruiting me and shit like that for my high school in Orange Glen. But that was my first love, bro. It was always basketball. I was still rapping. I was mingling with the rap and shit. We had to move, dog. So, you know, rent got a little too pricey. Escondido. So we had to make a change, dog. So we moved to Hemet. That's when we moved to Hemet my sophomore year. So going there, I didn't know nobody, bro. I didn't know nobody. It was a change of scenery, a whole different city, a whole different, So my sophomore year, I was kind of a lonely fool, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But no, like meaning like I didn't know nobody. I didn't really know it was different, adjusting and shit. But I did meet, was it sophomore? I think the next year, I still played basketball though. I tried out, actually I tried out for the team and I didn't make it. So that was kind of like a blow to me at that time because basketball was my love and shit. But they didn't know me there though, dog. So they already had like a program going on. It was a different county and all that shit. So then the next year, they told me to increase your chances to make the team, you can, there's a class, like instead of PE, I can do a class where it was basketball, like PE/basketball. So I did that, bro, and they started they started to see my talent and shit, so I made the team that year and shit. But in high school, bro, I was kind of, I had good grades, I was a good student, bro. I was pretty smart, you know what I'm saying? Taking AP classes and shit like that. And I'm gonna be real, bro, like in my senior year, I think that's when I had my first like official real girlfriend and shit. And then I started tapping in with the homies and shit. There was homies in Hemet, bro. There was homies from LA. There was homies from San Diego. Everybody there, we all were from somewhere different. And what I'm realizing is the IE, a lot of raza come from San Diego or they come from LA because it's expensive to live out there, bro. When you get older, you start to realize that's what's going on. Oh, yeah. So a lot of families were moving inland and shit. So I clicked up with them, bro, and we started doing our own little music out there and shit. I was selling demo tapes, doing all that shit, and dabbling with music. So my senior year, I kind of slacked off with my grades and shit. But I was distracted by my first girlfriend and then like just music, bro, and meeting these new homies. I just slacked off. But I did graduate, dog. And but after high school, I just got a holler and you just fucking work. And then I kept music. Music was always there. Music was always there. And you just further you grow and you get a job, you learn. It was hard at first, bro, because when you have a job, you got to pay bills, right? You got to pay rent. You got to do this and that. I didn't have no money to put towards music or anything like that. So, but that was after high school, I guess. Now I'm going ahead of myself. But nah, high school, dog, like I said, it was a transition because mid-year, like I said, we moved from Escondido to Hemet, so that kind of changed things around and shit. Yeah. But I was still a good kid, like I said, good grades, and I just developed my personality, I think. I was a little more quiet back then, so I've grown a lot more confident. Like even I saw a YouTube comment someone made, like, I remember Eric from high school in 10th grade, real quiet kid, and he's different now, like he's expanded, he's grown. And it's true though, I was quiet, a little more. But like in Escondido, I was the man though, bro. In freshman year, I was balling. I was playing basketball. I knew everybody there. I was confident. So it was a big transition, and it kind of stuff con la familia también. Stuff was going on with my mom and my dad and shit. It's like they were separated for a little bit, yeah. And that was tough. My mom wasn't around, and but she came back after like a year. But so I was a whole new spot we moved to. Mom wasn't there as much, and fucking it was just. I think it might have got me. Now that I'm looking back, it might have got me sad. I might have been in my depressed state that moment. You know what I'm saying? And then now that I'm looking back, and then my dad passed away a little like after high school, so that was tough too, bro. Just. So having a job was that much more important to provide and help the familia and shit. So, yeah.
What kind of things were you into back in the day besides basketball and music? Was there anything, you have any hobbies or anything?
Well, what else would we do back in the day? Like I said, it's always been basketball. It's all sports, bro. I'm a big sports fanatic. And not just playing it, but like witnessing and like watching sports, like we were talking about earlier, boxing, football, baseball, basketball. I'm a sports fanatic because of my brothers and shit. And I think that's pretty much it, bro. I was I think that's always what I've been, dog. It's just been, I've always wanted to do rap, always wanted to do music or sports. Music and sports is my life, dog.
Yeah.
So, nothing too crazy, nothing too elaborate. Like, there's always homies where you grow up, like in Escondido, there's cholitos there, and stuff like that. That influence definitely brushes off on you, dog. Like, like the estilo I am, like bald-headed and shit like that. And like there's Familia too that have been involved in, gang activities and shit like that. And growing up around it, you see it. There's always a mutual respect though. I was never like a cholo. I was always distracted. Fortunately for me, I was involved in sports. You get what I'm saying? Because if I wasn't, a lot of kids that are not involved in other activities, that's how they dabble into going down the wrong path or something, or becoming cholos and shit like that, or really getting into the gangbang shit. And we had cholos at our schools and shit, in Escondido and shit. People, there's like the Diablos gang. Those are official, those are official like gangs and shit on the west side. And you'd always hear, like, there was always battle between Diablos and West Side. You always had the cholos there at school. It was just like a mutual respect, though. Like, I didn't gangbang, but I didn't like disrespect them either. I appreciate them for what they did. That's the life they chose and shit. But I think because of sports and because of music, that's what kept me away from that. You know what I'm saying? And other homies might have dabbled into that and con la droga and shit like that. I never got into weed and shit like that. I mean, I'll smoke it every now and then. But like nothing against weed and shit. Back then though, it was like growing up, now that I remember, it was like, it was illegal, it was bad. Is that crazy, dog? Like, like we live in a world now where you can just smoke weed, or at least us in Cali, in certain states, you can go buy it and shit. You know what I'm saying? Back then, there's motherfuckers in prison right now because of weed and shit.
Right.
Isn't that crazy when you think about that shit?
Yeah, so, now it's legal.
Yeah, so how does that work? You know what I'm saying? Do we let those fools out if it's a weed charge?
I think they did for a few people. Yeah, I think they let them out.
That makes sense. You would think at least. But I'm into movies también, dog. Just I guess.
You're a movie buff?
I enjoy a good movie, dog. The movies, and then I don't mind, like some people are like, oh, that movie's wag, it's slow. I don't mind a slow developing movie.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And some people are just impatient. They just want action. They just want Sylvester Stallone or Steven Seagal type shit.
What's your genre on music? I mean, in movies, what type of movie you like to watch?
All of them, dog. I guess some of my favorites are like Braveheart. You know, the war. We all love
Warrior
those
movies. Yeah.
The Troy. The Raza one. Obviously, my favorite movie of all time is Blood In, Blood Out, dog. So, I guess that's another thing too. I guess just growing up, bro. Like, I was into Blood In, Blood Out a lot. So, and like, just that shit always made me like feel proud to be Raza and shit. Watching that movie, like I've seen that movie like 100 times. You know what I'm saying? That's like our only movie we really had. That one, American Me. A few movies back then, Me Familia, and you know what I'm saying, where we would like we hold these movies near and dear to our hearts because there's not that many Raza movies there, dog, out there. You know what I'm saying? That's all we have. You know what I'm saying? And those movies impacted me in my life, and it gave me a sense of being proud to being Chicano and stuff like that. So, yeah, dog, I like horror movies, all of them, dog. Like anything with a good story plot, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that's probably the artist in me. Like some of these movies, it's the same shit I seen all the time, and even with music too.
Yeah,
same shit I hear, dog. Like you gotta switch things up, man. Get artistic with it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You do. I like movies. I like watching movies all the time.
Nowadays it's shows, bro. Everybody's watching the series and shit. The
series are
those are sick too.
Yeah, they're good.
And it gets longer. It's like a big ass movie that you can watch every other day. Or, you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you gotta binge watch those
that's
series,
true.
dog. You know.
I'm not a fan of that. Because it's like, I want to, but at the same time, if you got the time to do it, just do it.
Yeah.
But like.
When they're short.
Right.
If the series got like, 100 episodes, then yeah, you got to take your time with that. But if it's a 6-series episode, I'm binge watching that song, man.
It's just different. You know why? It's crazy because we can do that. Like a show drops on Netflix, you can watch it all at once if you want. Back then, though, when you're watching a show on Showtime or HBO, you had to wait a week before you. And I think that developed your interest. It teased you. It's probably better for you to take the project that way instead of watching all at once. But nowadays we're in a rush. We got all this shit to do. It's convenient. Oh, let's just watch the whole shit. I guess I just like to stick to traditional things on certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's watch 2 episodes and then maybe like in next week we'll watch another 2.
Right.
But then my brother already finished it, dog. It's like, damn, homie, like, come on, dog. Yeah, you couldn't wait and shit.
And that's the problem with us today, man. We're so much in a rush.
That's true.
Everybody's so much in a rush to do stuff. Everybody's in a rush to go nowhere. You know, it's like, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. Hey, organize your time.
Right.
You know?
I mean, it depends on the person. I guess sometimes when we got a lot on our minds, we got a lot on our plate, it can come off chaotic. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, if you organize it, sit down, maybe write a little bit of notes on your phone. That's what helps me, dog. Cause I got a 9-to-5 job, but then I got a lot of shit that I do, dog. I go to the studio, I got podcast interviews, I got music video shoot, I got this show, I got that show, I gotta sell tickets to this person. There's a lot to do, and family shit too. Still, you know, my nephew's gonna play saxophone. We gotta go to the high school after that. Someone's birthday. There's a lot. Like, I can see how people get chaotic and overwhelmed, bro. And I guess it's up to the individual to try to figure that out, bro. You know, everything. Some people like to write shit on a calendar or organizer. You got your phone. I hate being on my phone because, you know, it's a stereotypical. We're all on our phones. But when I'm on my phone, I'm being productive, bro. And that's what I always tell people. Like, I'll be at the crib and you're always on your phone. Like I'm responding to people on the DMs, fans, or I'm editing a video, or I'm reaching out to my new followers. Like, hey, thanks for the follow. Do you happen to follow me on Spotify? Like, it's always, I'm not scrolling just to scroll as much. Like, when I'm on the phone, I tell people that I'm working, dog. And it really is. So, yeah. For the most part, you know what I'm saying?
You believe in that, dog. You know what I'm saying?
And then I show people, but look at my DMs, bro. Right. It's all music related. Look at, I texted her. She likes the music. Okay, hey, do you like merch? You know, there's a lot. There's a process for someone like me who's trying to come up in music. I have merch, right? I have 11,000 followers. That's 11,000 potential people that are gonna buy merch. Right. Why would I not be tapping in and hitting them up? You know what I'm saying? They follow me for a reason. They have interest in my music, or they like me, my personality, whatever it is. Hey, a little DM. Hey, hey, I see you've been following me for a while, whatever. Hey, just so you know, I got a new batch of merch. You know what I'm saying? And I keep tabs on my phone, bro. People that have purchased merch before. So when I drop a new product, I'll be like, hey, you bought a shirt last time, I got some new shit out. Repeat customers, bro. It's a business, bro. You got a business on your phone if you have the time to do it and you prioritize that instead of wasting your time. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But at the same time, you might not be living. You're just always working. It depends on the individual, dog, because I'm not gonna hate on you if you want to binge watch something, you know, on a Netflix series. Hey, you're enjoying your life. You're getting entertained. You're relaxing. You know what I mean? But someone like me, I'm so determined to come up and grow as an artist. And I'd rather do that, prioritize that, than anything else.
I heard that.
But sometimes you might hurt people's feelings. You know, you're not around as much, or you never want to kick it. It's a tough balance, bro. And I can see how this lifestyle, where it's going, because how busy I get. Like, just last night, I went to my homie's birthday. I was in downtown San Diego. I didn't get home till like 4 a.m, bro. Part of me did not want to go because I knew I had an interview today. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I want to be at my A game. Like, I don't want to I already know if I go to downtown San Diego, I'm not coming home till fucking late as fuck. So I woke up, took a shower, I came here, I made it, dog. But
I seen your post.
Did you?
Yeah, you're in the club. So I knew, I was like, this guy's out.
VIP shit in the club. And it's like, but at the same time, that friend wasn't just some random friend, you know what I mean? I've known him for 10 years. It's important if you can do it. Even though if you're like, fuck, man, I'm tired. If they're a real friend, you put the effort into going and shit. Even though I had an interview today, like, I would have liked to have rested comfortably, slept at 12 instead of 4 in the morning, dog. But, you know, that's when you know someone's important to your life too. If you're willing to do that for someone, that's a true friend. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have a lot of those,
Right.
but I wouldn't have gone there just for anybody. You get what I'm saying? So, but we got to pick and choose our time, and we can easily be distracted in work. But like we talked about earlier, you gotta have time for your familia, bro.
Yeah.
If you have it there. But I've said this on another podcast. I'm to the point where I'm starting to miss parties, bro. I miss my niece's baby shower. I miss a birthday party, my primo's kid, and it's like, where you at? Where's that? You know, like, I had a show booked ahead of time. I'm not gonna cancel my show. Like, business is business, bro. A lot of rappers that I listen to, they rap about this shit. And I'm starting to see like, damn, this is real shit, bro. Like, I'm gonna be busy the way where I intend to be, you know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna be. That's gonna be the new normal. But right now, if I can do there, if I could be there, put the effort in there now, bro. Because a lot of us are lazy también too, or we just get comfortable. But when it comes to familia, bro, it depends too, the dynamic. Are you close with your family? I don't know, bro. I always thought all raza was close with their family, because that's how I grew up, with so many siblings. Like you said, that how it was growing up in our family with so many siblings and so many nephews and nieces, we're all close with each other. That was beautiful, bro. And I guess I just assumed, and I think it is like that for the most part. Raza's really family orientated. We prioritize family, and we preach the importance of it. But not everybody has a family dynamic like we do. We're lucky. There's a little bit of drama, normal, but nothing crazy. We don't hate on each other. We're there for the most part. We go to everybody's birthday party. But people don't have a good relationship with their mom. People don't have a good relationship with their dad or with their brother. Fuck my brother or fuck my mom.
Right.
It's like, what the fuck? Like that, I can never really fathom that. But everybody's different. So when people come over here and they tell you how you should live your life, or that might work for them, you know what I mean? Like, this is an exclusive interview, right? Whatever I tell you, this is my life, and this is what works for me. It doesn't mean it might work for somebody else, or, you know what I mean? But it's good to hear different people's input on how it is. Me, I'm just fortunate and blessed that I grew up with a loving family. You know what I'm saying? And I think that gives me my corazón también. That's why I'm so outspoken about raza. That's why I preach about positive messages. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if I grew up differently, if with a fucked up family and shit, I might not be pushing the same message as a rapper. Like, I'll be like, fuck the world. You know what I'm saying? But, you know. And like I said, bro, it wasn't it was family, it was love. And like I said, my dad was a little loquito when he got like drunk and shit. But that wasn't normal también, just seeing the stuff he did, bro. Just thrashing down the house, you know what I mean, verbally abusive and stuff like that. Like, we had a lot of rough times, bro. And we never slept because he just talked shit all day. I don't want to get too specific about my pops because that's my pops, but I love him. I always will, because even with all that drama and just fights at every party, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy because some of the nephews that were young when they seen that shit. And, you know, like, we are a loving family, but you know how it is when raza gets pedo. We get rowdy, bro. Families start yelling and everyone wants to fight. But what's beautiful is we can go through that, and then the next party, we're there chilling still. We're still talking to each other. You're supposed to get over it, bro. It's familia. But no one's perfect, bro. Every family's dysfunctional in some way, or there's always something going on. You know, we don't all agree. And there's family of mine that we have different morals or different beliefs. I might argue with this random fool about it and beat his ass, but if it's my family, all right, your familia, dog, is cool. I respect you. Like, I'm not tripping on it. Like, you know, you have to coexist with your family.
Of course,
you should,
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, like you said, nobody's perfect, man. I like to look at myself as perfectly broken.
Right, that's good.
Okay, because
that's a track right there.
It is. I mean, it's true. We're all perfectly broken. No one's perfect. We all have our flaws, man, which makes us perfectly broken. I mean, we're broken, but we're perfect, right? We're all perfect in our own way.
Yeah,
absolutely, man.
We are how we're supposed to be.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, if you recognize the broken parts of you, there's nothing wrong with working towards fixing those or repairing it a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But you don't be upset, don't be depressed because you feel this way, or it's one thing to recognize your flaws too. That's the first step. You know, if you could admit, maybe I act a little crazy sometimes. Maybe I don't know how to take criticism. Don't change like that. We can't just change, bro. But acknowledge it. Keep it in the mente every now and then. You know what I mean? Like, you know, all right, cool. You know, because accountability is something that a lot of human beings don't know how to process, or they don't know how to be accountable for their actions. And that's with anything, bro. If someone critiques me on my lyrics, or even in a relationship, I don't know if it's me, dog, but like with females, they seem to like point out everything you do wrong. I'm not hating on all females, but they're very vocal about that. I think men are more lenient. Like, we accept the girls for how they are. Like, hey, it's cool. There might be some things that bother us, but we let it slide a little bit. And then once we hear criticism, as a man, it's hard to like we don't want to hear it, but it might take a day or two to process it.
Pride gets in the way.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And they're like, you know, you're right. I could probably get a little better at that, but it just takes time. No one wants to be critiqued. No one likes to be called out on their shit.
But you have to, though.
But you gotta
positive criticism.
Exactly. And some people don't know how to take it, and some people just ignore it, and they just like, oh, you're crazy.
Right.
You're great. But it might take a day or two, but all right. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know,
it's always good to listen, bro.
Right.
It's always good to listen. Remember, they're the ones that they see you. They're on the outside looking in. So you may think that you got it all figured out.
Right.
But they're flaws that people can see, and you know, they point it out. You can work on it, like you said, and fix it. And now you're a better person for that.
Right. And then there's things like too, like my brother, one of my older brothers, Jesse. He's very vocal with me about things like, oh, on this interview, you said this, you shouldn't have said that. I get what he's doing, bro. He's my brother, and he's looking out for me. But I think sometimes family can nitpick because they care so much. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, the shit he says, even though that's not a big deal, bro. Like he puts it in my head, so I might be more, like, it's still effective. He's doing it, it's coming from the right place. And once I might brush it off, but at the same time, it's in my head now. You know, I remember what he said. And he has everybody has. They don't just say shit to say shit, right? He's saying it in his opinion. Like, this didn't look good when you said that or something like that. You know, maybe keep tabs and shit. But he could be a little too critical. Like when someone asked me, you didn't, like, something about rappers, you didn't mention him. My bad, dog, I forgot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I can't control that, dog, but shit like that. But at the end of the day, you need people like my brother to tell you, you know, I can't be over here acting like I'm perfect. Like you're saying, like, oh, I'm good. My interview, my song is flawless. No, you need fools like him. Like, hey, dog, that wasn't feeding me what you said there. That's just whack, you know what I mean? That I don't like that song. Or like, you know, you need that, because if you're surrounded by a bunch of yes men, you're not going to improve, you know?
As Scarface says, you need people like me. You can point the fucking finger to. You like drinks? What's your drinking preference of alcohol?
I love my micheladas, dog. A good michelada, man. It has to be with the Negra Modelo. The Negra Modelo is
some good stuff there.
Is the best one with the michelada. I got tequila, bro. Any kind of tequila is my go-to.
I used to have a good drink I used to drink back in the day. I don't drink it anymore, but I used to. It's called the Incredible Hulk.
That's a Hypnotic?
Hypnotic and Hennessy.
Was it Monster too?
I think it was just Hypnotic and Hennessy, and it turned green, right?
Right.
Your name is Hypnotic.
That's right.
So where'd you get the name Hypnotic, man?
I was just talking about him. It's funny. My brother Jesse, he's the one that brought it up. I think it was like in middle school and shit. He's like, you should be hypnotic. You know what I'm saying? This is before the drink came out, bro. And the whole meaning behind it is like, you're hypnotic because you hypnotize people with your lyrics, with your music, your topic. So that's where it stems from. It stems from me, like, being a hypnotist in a way. Like, if you listen to my music if you really pay attention to the lyrics and what I'm saying, like it'll captivate you, it'll hypnotize you. You're gonna become a permanent fan.
Fall into hypnosis.
Yeah, you're gonna fall into hypnosis and be like, damn, this vato's the shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially the highness, bro. But nah, it's that's what it is, bro. It stems off of that, just like the talent. It has nothing to do with the drink. Everybody's like, oh, like the drink, like nah, like people don't believe it when I say we had it before the drink came out, but that's where it stems from, dog. It's just like we're gonna hypnotize you because of the talent, because of the music and shit.
So there's a meaning behind it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think every name that a person gives themselves should have a deep rooted meaning to it.
Right.
That's the name you're going by.
Exactly.
So you gotta have a meaning. If it's not your given name, it's gotta have some meaning towards it.
Yeah,
It's gotta be a history.
Yeah, and I feel like it's true though, like because the kind of music I do, dog, I don't do music that's gonna like get all this crazy views, and I don't have bitches twerking around me and shit. Even though I talked to you about that, like eventually I will have that, just just to satisfy and do something different. Because I don't do music there's a time and place for that music, bro. If you want to go to a club, you want to get ratchet, whatever they say, get hyped, get crunk, you gotta have that ass shaking music. You gotta have fun and dance.
Yeah.
But like I'm too stuck in my ways where I want to speak to you direct. I wanna touch you, impact you with music. So I always have a message on my shit. And it's a slower way of getting big. It's a slower way of getting known. I'm not in it for clout, because I'm not doing the formula that's gonna get me big views, outrageous bitches or something just outrageous and or like I don't follow the commercial music. I do music that comes from my heart. And if I want to speak to you about something, I'm gonna speak to you, and I'm gonna speak up for my raza, and I'm gonna impact you about, this is what I go through, this is what we go through, and hopefully capture you, hopefully hypnotize you. That's the whole meaning, and it fits my name because that's what I'm trying to do, bro. I'm trying to. If you really sit down and hear my lyrics, you really realize, like, damn, this fool speaks on real shit. And then when I grew up, those are the rappers I love. Those are the rappers I gravitate towards. Because anybody can rap, right? But when an artist captures you and he's speaking about him growing up and how he was struggling, and you can hear his emotion, and that impacts you, bro. It's like, damn, man, like I feel that. And I love that feeling. There's certain artists that give me that feeling, like, damn, like you get a little emotional when you're hearing these words. Like you're driving and like, damn, you rewind it.
Who were some of the guys you used to look up to?
Tupac, for sure. Like, as far as emotion, I think there's nobody better than him as a rapper. But for the reason what I say is because he tapped into so many emotions. You know what I'm saying? He can be the hardest motherfucker, would hit him up, talking about, fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. And then he could do Dear Mama, you know what I'm saying? Going from there to there, you're covering a lot of ground, you're covering a lot of emotion. And I think he was so genuine about it, and he was so outspoken, and he wasn't perfect. There was time where he was annoying, he was loudmouth, he got himself in trouble, and there was times you seen him humble. But what are humans, bro? We're not perfect. So when we see someone doing that on his interviews and doing music, and he's hitting every emotion, that's when you relate to somebody more. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody can be there and preach a good message all the time and act like they're goodies. You can't be too perfect either, bro, because then that's fake. You can't sit here and tell me you're a perfect person. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a little dirt on them.
Not buying it. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's crazy, bro. Like humans, like you said, for the most part, a lot of humans are smart. They can tell when something's real and something's fake. But and that's what I want to do, dog. When you asked me earlier off camera, what's my goal? I want to impact the world, bro. I want to impact people. It doesn't have to be the whole world. It doesn't have to be millions and millions of people. But if I can impact a good handful of gente, and they can be like, yo, Hypnotic's my favorite rapper, then my goal's accomplished, bro. Obviously, I like it to be a lot of people, like millions of people, but you never know. You know what I mean? Sky's the limit, bro. Especially with me and my determination and my talent that I know I possess with words. And I study the greats, bro, like Tupac. So I've learned how to express my emotion on a song too. It's not just about the lyrics. Like that's what I was saying about Tupac. When he rapped, you can hear his anger. You can hear his happiness. You can hear his sadness. You can hear it in his voice. And every song's different. Every mood is different on a song. So if I'm doing a happy song, you're gonna hear me sound happy. And if I'm doing a sad song, you're gonna hear the little pain in my voice. And if I'm talking about, yo, we need to fucking come up and get stronger as a gente, and we need to hold ourselves accountable, or like, hey, stop fucking with the paleteros, hey, stop fucking with our gente, well, fuck all the disrespect, you're gonna hear that emotion like, damn, homeboy really means that shit. Because I know how to express myself and show that expression through my voice. Because if you're just hearing music, all you're gonna hear is, you're not gonna see nothing, all you hear is my voice, bro. And Tupac was the best at just fucking conveying a message, bro. You can hear the emotion and shit. There's a lot of rappers that do that too. Eminem was a good, he was more like lyrical, you know what I'm saying? Lyricist. He get crazy on some certain, like, I am whatever you say I am. That one.
Dope,
I look back and this back, what this means, and and you can hear the anger. It's like, oh, you feel that shit, bro. And it's like, that's the kind of artist I want to be, is instead of like just, it's cool. You could be a Drake, you can be a Lil Wayne and do all that club shit, but people appreciate artists deeper when they speak about real shit. You know what I'm saying? So
at least in our era, right? Because times are changing.
Yeah, it's different now, bro.
Times are changing, bro.
And everybody wants to hear dumbed down shit. It's just about the beat. But I'm not hating on that. There is a talent to doing something catchy. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of these songs on the radio, they're catchy. But at the same time, it's not that hard to just say, hop on my dick and suck. Hop on my dick and suck. Right. Yo, that bitch wanna fuck. Yo, that bitch wanna fuck. I could just repeat that and make it, throw a dope beat around it.
Loop it. And
you know what I mean? And then there you go.
Yeah,
it wasn't that hard, dog.
You gotta hit.
But it's catchy. Whether you call it talent or not, I don't know.
Yeah.
And there is some talent to that. You know what I'm saying? Hop on my dick and suck.
Right.
It's a new song right there, dog. Right there.
Yeah. And it probably hit.
Hop on my dick and suck.
Yeah.
Hop on my and suck. That, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
It caused waves, man. I'm telling you. Back in the day, it was a real art to take the time and write your music and rehearse it, and it took time and effort.
Right.
Now it's just like effortless, man. Because we have all the equipment. Everything's readily available to you, man. It's easy to make beats and stuff, or buy beats, and it's just, you put something together. Hey, man, it can be anything, and it'll take flight.
Right, and then a lot of people don't know. It's like easy as fuck to make a beat nowadays.
Right.
And but they have with Fruity Loops and shit.
Right.
They'll do it for you. That program does the beat for you in a way. You still gotta have talent to put together the right instruments and shit. But like the producer I use, we go in there and he'll play the piano, he'll play the keys direct, and we'll actually create something ourselves, And we've done some loops every now and then. It's there, it's available. But my engineer, he plays guitar, he plays bass, so we go off of that a lot.
Yeah.
We'll throw some live guitar in there, create our own melodies, and that's the best way to do it, bro. Like with that track I showed you, Lonely Fool. We did that guitar tune. It sounds like an oldie type shit, but that's a live guitar being played. And then from there we add our own shit.
Yeah.
Ain't no program looping it for us. I'm not hating on people that do that, because I buy beats from producers that use that program.
Yeah.
Because if it sounds good, it sounds good. But you can tell the difference when something's from digital programming to live guitar to live bass.
Oh, yeah.
There's a difference, bro. And it's always gonna, in my opinion, it sounds cleaner, it sounds bigger when it's live music. But mainstream shit, a lot of that shit's loop. If you can master a certain sound and it sounds dope, throw some bass. We love bass, bro. The bass is what captures people. A lot of these tracks, these commercial hits, it's very simple. That's what me and my engineer, we studied some of these guys that are popping right now, which I should do as an artist. I'm not just gonna stay stuck doing what I do. There's a formula that works. This song's on the radio for a reason. What does it have? Heavy bass, a few instruments, a few keys, do-no, 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 you know, the bass, do-no, 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 and then it just has like 5 instruments tops, bro. There's really not a lot going on. It's more of the melody. It's more, you know, the repetitive shit, like I said, that, like, you know what I mean? So like, there's a formula to it. If you study it, you can mimic it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But like, there is something that works, and nowadays you gotta gauge what's popping. What's popping right now, it's not the lyricism. It's not. No. People don't have enough time to sit there and hear what you're saying. They just want to feel good. They just want to vibe. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's for the mainstream, at least. If you want to go mainstream, there are people that want to hear shit though. There's still, because of all this garbage, I hate to call it garbage music, but because of all this music that's not deep in meaning and stuff, it also might like open up an opportunity for someone like, yo, this motherfucker's talking about real shit. Some people, kids get older, bro. They get a little more complex with their thinking. They're gonna gravitate towards someone like a J. Cole, like a Kendrick Lamar that speaks about real shit. You know what I'm saying? Those guys are gonna last longer than any of these guys that are currently popping right now. Like, just, you know, people come and go in the music industry. Yeah. But when you have substance, you have more longevity, dog.
Absolutely, man. When I was younger, I used to like bass. Right. Bass is big. Your song better have bass so I can bump it, right? I don't know if you remember the artist Master Ace. Bumping in my Jeep.
Nah.
Brainiac, Dum Dum, Buster Scientifical. Man, I tell you, man, when it's New York.
Okay.
Man, when he dropped that joint.
Yeah.
Everybody was bumping that joint. I mean, if you wanted bass, that had bass for days. And you know, I like the East Coast and the West Coast.
Right.
Because if you're into music, man, you got to listen to all genres and all different music and where it comes from, right? Because music is universal.
Right, of course.
Hip hop, you know, I was a big hip hop fan.
Nice.
Eric B. Rakim, you know, Too Short, you know.
Too Short had bass for days,
Ghetto Boys, you know what I'm saying, dog?
Yeah.
I mean,
Scarface.
They come from different areas, right? But all their music was banging back in the day, bro. MC Breed, you know, everything. You know,
the pioneers, bro.
The pioneers. They set forth everything. You know what I'm saying? They set everything in place, and now it's good. The music has elevated. You know, the way you create beats now, and the way you perform, and all that comes into play now, and it's wonderful, man. It's fucking awesome. You know, it's dope. You know what I'm saying? I can't even keep up with all these artists that are coming out now.
It's crazy, bro. It's hard for artists. I mean, it's easy and it's hard. Not easy, but we live in an era where we have social media, and you don't need to depend on a record label to get you famous or to someone to back. You know, you can get big on your own through social media to an extent, but then you're competing with thousands of other artists, bro. It's crazy, and they're all releasing music all the time. It's like, it's tough, bro. It's tough.
So much competition.
And everybody wants to be a rapper nowadays too.
You gotta stick out like a sore thumb. You gotta have talent.
And you don't even have to. No, you don't have to have that much talent.
No, I take that back. The talent part, you don't even need it.
You gotta sound catchy. You got the right beat.
Yeah.
Somebody sent me, my engineer sent me, I don't know if you've seen that song, but it's like a song that's going, I've seen it on social media a few times. She hit my line and asked for the. I hit her back and I told her.
Oh yeah, I seen that the other day.
Yeah, she's getting big, dog.
That's crazy, bro. The whistle part,
yeah, that's all they do. She wanted some of my. And then I told her I couldn't give her any. That's all it is, fool.
And it's catchy.
And they did a video. I mean, some shit people just clown on. You know, it gets big, it gets views because people clown on it. Like,
well, sometimes it's just luck.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But you never. But you just. That's what I'm saying, though, bro. It's like social media and all these platforms. You do something a little outrageous or something weird or funny, it can catch fire, bro.
It'll trend.
But it'll trend more than someone that's like. So let's say someone like me. Oh, I dropped a dope ass song, crazy verses. Exactly. Oh, that's cool, whatever. That's tight, but like people want to see something that's like, oh my god, that was weird. You see that? Right. It's just different. But the way my music is gonna take slow. It's a slower process to get big. Right. But people that do hear it, they appreciate it and they're, damn, this motherfucker's dope. But I'm doing, my formula's right. It's a slow but surely formula, you know. And but at the end of the day, you gotta drop hits, bro.
You do.
And you gotta do catchy shit. And then maybe that's my problem is like I'm so like I love rapping about certain things. It might not be like a hit, but like it's dope. I want people to hear my emotions on this song because this is what I'm going through, whatever. Maybe I gotta give myself a chance to do something more of a hit. You know what I'm saying? To get more bigger. You gotta gauge your situation, bro. You know, see what's working for you and shit like that. The raza shit works for me though, bro, and it's from the heart también though too. I've just naturally been always, you know, in tune with my roots, or like, you know, even growing up more and being around homies and friends that teach me more about my roots too, like, or just speaking Spanish también around my homegirl Sandra. Like, my Spanish has improved just talking to her. I used to work with her, always talk to her in Spanish, and like, you get more in tune and you start to realize, like, I think I've said this before, dog, a lot of our raza rappers, Chicano rappers, they've never really been too vocal about situations, and all they care about, it seems like, is their own success or them coming up. I think Little Rob, to an extent, he's been vocal about like you know, changing your ways, like speaking to like some of the homies, like, hey, I used to be involved in that gang shit, like you don't want to do that, which is dope. I like that shit because he's speaking a positive message. But there was never a lot of like, you know, because Raza's been through shit too, dog. Same with the black community, dog. We've been through our civil rights shit también, dog. We didn't get treated good. We didn't get treated well. We got the Zoot Suit riots. We've been discriminated on. You know, we were getting hung as well. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of history that discrimination towards us, but we never really had a voice. Like the black community does, bro. They had Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and even with their rappers, Nas, Tupac, Public Enemy, you know, and we've never had that, bro. So I think that's what I realized, that, like, you know, if I have a platform, I have a voice, I love my raza, I love my cultura. And if I see something, I'm gonna speak on it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if nobody else does. I don't give a fuck if it hurts people's feelings, whatever. Like the whole Blueface thing when he did the Carne Asada song.
Yeah.
There was a lot of outrage there. There was mixed emotions. Like, fuck that, let me do a song. Let me speak about it for real.
Right.
And it's like, you know, I'm not doing anything heroic, bro. I'm just fucking telling it how it is. That song disrespectful. You know, you don't hear Raza doing songs fucking doing 30 punchlines about stereotypical black things. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that, people don't even realize that, bro. Like if you hear a song and he going, I'll roll it up like a burrito, I stick to it like elote, whatever. Another one, that song has like 20 references of just some like one or two punchlines and want to be clever. All right, cool. No, that's part of the art. I can respect that. That was funny. But you're doing 30 fucking references to something that, horchata, you know what I mean, or whatever. Like you're doing, now it's like you're clowning, bro. Like I can do a whole track like, you know, like fucking, or I do something with chicken, or like something with watermelon. Like if I did a whole song and I'm doing all these punchlines, metaphors with stereotypical things that are black, you know what I mean, people that black people eat or whatever, it's not gonna be taken well, you know what I'm saying? Like why am I doing that for, you know what I'm saying? And the thing with Raza is that we've always been out of the game, or like the blacks run the hip hop industry for the most part. You know, they got the big voice and it's cool, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that, but like once they include us, like, oh, he's talking about carne asada, he has Mexicans in the video, and we're like, hell yeah, like he's putting us on, and we ignore, or we're ignorant to the disrespect. I'm not saying that Blueface did it on purpose. They might not know too, because we're so fucking quiet. We never speak up and let fools know, hey, that's kind of disrespectful, bro. You know, we let shit slide. Blueface is there, there's Mexicans there all tatted up, and they're like, oh hell yeah, like during the video, like he's like, all right, we're cool, we got the pass, like they cool with it. So, you know, it's a lot of different things. It goes, we have the whole responsibility as well for letting shit slide too much. You know what I'm saying? We never really have a voice. And then también we can't accept, we gotta let them know, hey, that's disrespectful. That way they know it's in their head. Right? You think twice about doing some song. The whole Tiger thing too. You know what I'm saying? We had the people were upset with YG because he wore the mariachi suit, and then you had the Carne Asada song, and then Tiger comes through with that shit with American Cholo. It's just like American Cholo had said, like, low key, we're starting to get a little frustrated about shit, but unless we speak up, they're gonna keep doing it, bro. And you know what I'm saying? So like I feel like I had a responsibility in a way to, you know, with the carne asada shit is, hey dog, this is a perspective maybe a lot of raza don't look at. They don't realize what's going on. Give them that perspective. You know what I'm saying? And it's not me bitching. We're just demanding respect. Hey, treat us with respect, bro. We're not gonna be that silent motherfucker no more, you know what I'm saying? Because we got so much power. We contribute so much to this country, dog, with just our working, with people working in the construction, with people paving the roads, with people in the hotels, in the kitchens. You know what I'm saying? I always say this and I stand by it. I feel like we're the backbone of the working society in America, bro. And we get no fucking respect for it, dog. They still hate on us, and they still, in their political campaigns, también, they still target immigrantes that are fucking picking your fruit, that are providing table on your motherfucking plate, but you want to target them and shit and paint them out to be bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, even you, like, just saying criminals, rapists and all that. You saying that, you might not be saying that about all of them, but you saying that in a public figure. When I talk about Trump, when he said all that shit, it paints a bad picture. You know what I'm saying? It attaches those words to all of them. When it's hard to say. In my opinion, I feel like most of them are probably just here trying to find work and shit. But when you publicly say shit and keep saying it on your political campaigns and all that shit, that they're invading us, they're taking your jobs, they're raping people, they're doing all this. He always the thing with Trump that got me mad was there was like one incident where some immigrante killed, or like some immigrant killed or was responsible for a death of an American. He'd hop all over that shit, bro. Oh my God, you know, like this one immigrant, this girl lost her life because of, yeah, it's fucked up, I get it, but they focus on the story on just villainizing those type of people. And that's just one thing, and people, oh my God, like, but motherfucker, the other millions of them are just working, bro. Like, and it's like, I don't know, I'm just blabbering right now, dog, but like, I'm just passionate about these things, bro. It's like, you know, we like I said, we contribute so much, and it's not just Mexican Americans. It's a lot of the immigrants too, and it's not just from Mexico. It's the Latinos from Honduras or El Salvador or whatever, or Latin America. They're all, a lot of them are here to work, bro, and they get villainized when, you know, they're actually contributing to the society, bro, and it falls in. If the president the former president can talk shit and villainize us, that'll trickle down. That'll trickle down to rap or whatever. Oh, the president's talking about the Latinos. We can do it. You know what I mean? We could do a song about it and they ain't gonna do shit. But we're starting to speak up, bro. We're starting to speak up. I like to say that I contributed to that. I know I did, just by doing my songs and being vocal. People always, yo, man, thank you for speaking up. It's about time someone spoke up. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't have to be me at the top, like, but as long as I can contribute to it and people catch on to that and be more vocal, that's what I stress, bro. Speak up for your gente, bro. If you see some bullshit going on, speak on that shit. Don't let that shit slide, bro. You know what I'm saying? And if someone can do it better than me and get more attention, then that's a win for all of us, bro. But that's a mentality that a lot of people don't have. Yeah. We hate on someone that comes up, or if someone else is shining, you know what I'm saying, then, oh, that should have been me. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it, no. Like, I support Cholo on that stance because he went all the way to fucking No Jumper. He went to Power 106. You don't see that happening often. You know what I'm saying? You don't see people that look like us reaching those platforms. So it's a win for us regardless, bro. And it gets the conversation going. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody agrees with him, but I don't give a fuck. Like, I do on certain things. And those conversations need to be talked about, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to black and brown or just in general, just raza getting the short end of the stick all the time, right, bro. Because that's some bullshit.
How do you feel about Latino podcasters beefing with each other? You see a lot of that going on right now.
That's kind of what we're talking about too. Is like, it sucks because someone like me, I've been in a lot of different podcasts, and then you along the way you hear like, oh, so and so doesn't get along with so and so. You know, these guys are beefing. And I'm like, I'm cool with him. I'm cool with him too. I'm cool with all these fools, and I've been on all their podcasts. And it's like, it sucks because I don't know what the beef is about or what it stems from. But when you have people with decent platforms and they're all Latino or Hispanic or Mexican, and they're not getting along with each other, instead of helping each other out, and they're just beefing with each other, it just goes to show like, where are we gonna grow? Like, what if someone gets really big and they're just gonna hate? They're always gonna be hating on each other. I don't know, bro. It's like rap now. It's like the podcast scene is. Do white podcasters beef with each other? You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure there's a few here and there,
right? You know what I mean? Or like the black community, are they beefing with each other? I'm sure, like you said, I'm sure they are.
A small percentage, you know.
But there's a lot more of them. They have a lot more platforms.
Yeah.
We have a few, right? Right. And the few that we have, if they're not getting along with each other, that's not a good look for us. It just shows that there's dysfunction. It just shows that. How are we gonna grow as a gente if we can't support each other? You know what I'm saying? So maybe we gotta put our differences aside. Maybe we gotta meet up. If you gotta knuckle up, whatever, like they say, or whatever the fuck it is. Like, it's not a good look to have podcasts not liking each other, not getting along with each other. It looks, I don't want to say soft, but it doesn't look professional. It looks a little pathetic. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, guys. Let's. You know, we're in the same field. This isn't rap, bro. You know,
yeah.
Rap, you got rappers that beef with each other. That's part of the entertainment. Or maybe it is. Maybe it's entertainment. Entertainment biz is drama sells, bro. Yeah. Not that they're doing it on purpose, but it's just egos.
Yeah.
There's egos always involved in all this shit, and maybe some of those personal problems are valid, bro, because I don't know the details of it. But, you know, if I have a personal problem with somebody, then that makes sense, bro. But it's just not a good look, dog. It's just everybody doesn't get along with nobody. And if I happen to hop on this podcast, if this fool doesn't like him, I don't want tension between me, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're like sitting ducks at that point. You know, I got to be careful what podcast I go on. I don't want to get, I don't want Lucky to cut me off, dog.
Oh, man.
Lucky, don't cut me off, dog. If I ever go back on Hood Stocks, fool. You know what I'm saying?
Are you
Give me a list, fool. Let me know where I could go, dog.
Are you up to current events and stuff?
Yeah, más o menos, a couple.
Okay, so there's you know about the Balenciaga scandal?
I saw a little bit about that recently. So from my understanding, there was
there was a holiday campaign that just dropped recently, featuring children holding teddy bears in bondage harnesses and costumes. Right. And there's more to it too. There's a picture there had to do with something. How do you feel about that whole situation, man? It's making headlines.
Yeah, I barely caught wind of it recently, and that's what people were saying. What I had seen was that I guess Kim Kardashian has ties to that company, and she had, ever since the campaign did that, or ever since that campaign, she had been silent, but she recently came out and shit. She did a tweet and shit, but I didn't know much about it till recently. I saw like a little thing, and I saw the pictures, and it's just like it's common sense, bro. Why are kids holding teddy bears and bondages? Why are you involving something that bondage is more like something in the bedroom for grown-ups? Why are you trying to involve kids with that? The people are saying they're sexualizing the kids, you know what I'm saying? And there's a whole scandal out there with Epstein and all these different shit. It all ties in, quién sabe. I don't know the answers, bro, but you can't be sexualizing kids, bro. Like, I mean, but they did it in plain sight. That's what's confusing me. Is it on purpose? What are they doing, bro? Like, is that like a something that, oh my God, we made a mistake? Why would they do it in plain sight? That's something beyond my comprehension.
So Balenciaga,
they're trying to normalize it, maybe.
Well, Balenciaga is a multi-million, if not billion-dollar company, right?
Right.
So you don't think they hire people to for the set design and everything
That's
like
what I'm
that?
saying.
Of
That's what I'm
course they
saying.
do.
Yeah.
So was it purposely put there? Was it staged there purposely? I mean, I'm not one to say that it was or wasn't, but if you're paying somebody money,
Yeah.
big amounts of money,
You got to be careful with
you gotta know what you're doing.
You got to know what you're putting out there.
Exactly.
Like you said, like this fool, we got the pictures. Did they not look at it and approve it?
There
Come
was a
on.
hidden court document that was there.
I read something about that. That's weird,
How
bro.
you gonna have that in the picture?
That's not
For people to see.
see, that's what I was thinking when I seen that. Is like, okay, is someone sneaking that in there that's not a part of Balenciaga, or is that something independently, or is that them doing it on purpose? But what do they benefit out of doing that? You get what I'm saying? That's where I'm raising like, why? But maybe that's part of the, like, people have this whole thing where they're trying to say the government's trying to normalize pedophilia and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That like even like the LGBT stuff, or the transitioning of genders and stuff. That's like a segue to get to that. There's different people that think different things. You get what I'm saying? And there's no way they did not know that was there, right? You would assume, and there's no way, or most of us would probably assume they had to know what was being, but why publicly do it? That's my question. They're willing to take the heat, or like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what makes it weird,
it's
bro.
It's a weird scandal.
Isn't that weird?
On.
Like they would have to know that would have caused some feedback, right?
Why would you dress a teddy bear up into BDSM?
Right.
That just shocks me.
And then you have fucking
bondage and stuff.
And then you have little girls, little kids holding it. It's weird, bro.
Throws you off a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not artistic. That's just like, what the fuck are you trying to say? And is it done on purpose, bro? At that point, are they willing to take all this heat and feedback to push that message? What's their message? What is that message? And that's what everybody's saying. They're trying to normalize pedophilia. But quién sabe, bro? And who's they?
It's just a theory, yeah.
And who's they? The 1%. Everybody says about this 1%.
Right.
A lot of us, it's conspiracy, but then, there could be some truth to some of this stuff.
And we'll never know, right?
But that's something we're never gonna know, the specifics, the specific dynamics of all that shit.
Eventually, truth will be told, But Kanye's going through some big stuff going on right now too.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. He calls it yay now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Going through some big stuff, heavy stuff.
That fool. Right, I've heard his interviews with Pierce. Was it Pierce? What's that fool's name? Pierce Morrison. I forgot his name. The Britain guy. And I'm not gonna lie. I was like, Kanye, he's making some sense. There's certain things he says. Maybe he's too outspoken. Maybe he's too honest. You know what I'm saying? And it feels like with him, he has a personal vendetta with whatever those Jews. He keeps saying the Jews, but I think he's referring to the Jewish people that fucked him over on some contracts or something. He keeps talking about that, but then he says the Jews though. But I just think he has a personal beef with them, and like I think he was on a show with Alex Jones recently where he's talking about how much he loved Hitler. Yeah. But the way he said it, I love Hitler, like that. I feel like that's just him jabbing at the Jewish community more. Like his beef is there.
Mocking them or something.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like, even though he might be, whether it's true or not, if he loves Hitler, that's a pretty bold thing to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. Like, someone that killed that many people and was trying to take over the world like that. Like, you can't, but like what he's saying is weird too though, bro, because he's all about Jesus right now. Christianity, he's like, and Jesus loved everybody, bro. So that's what he's trying to say. I love the Jews, I love Hitler. So he's putting us in a weird position.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Is he ahead of his time, or is he just crazy? Is he a little bit of everything? Kanye, that's what tripped me out, because when I heard him, he's going crazy though. He had he was mocking the Jerusalem prime minister, I think. He had like a puppet and he was talking to himself. It was weird, bro. It's beyond weird, beyond odd. Like, it makes me think, is he stable? But then at the same time, some of his arguments, they're like, he's not a crazy person. He doesn't sound, he's just he's just saying bold things. And maybe he just loves attention, bro. I feel like someone like Kanye, he seems to always want to be in the limelight, and he needs that attention. So, but it's just like you said, the current events, what's going on but he's out there with some of his shit, bro. Like, I feel like it's the black community's in a tough position because Kanye, he's like a black figure, right? He's billionaire and all that shit, and he, in the past he's spoken up for the blacks and stuff like that. He still does, and for him to like be saying certain things where like, I think he said something about George Floyd, which a lot of people believe, I guess, that they're trying to say that the cop didn't kill him, that he died from, I guess he had fentanyl in his system. But for like, you know, black community, that's a big thing that happened in the black community. And we all saw it. I saw what I saw in that video. I saw a cop on homeboy's neck for 20 minutes pressing down till he couldn't breathe.
We all saw that.
Right?
Yeah.
And then, but for people to say like, I guess Kanye, I feel like he's easily influenced too. Or like he's smart, he's a smart guy. He's an intellectual with some of the things he says, but he can be influenced because on that interview, he was like, I saw a documentary and it showed that George Floyd had fentanyl in his system. He goes, how do I know that didn't kill him? You know what I'm saying? How do I know that wasn't the cause? And it's like, bruh, like we seen the fucking video, bro. Like, yeah. And then what was he saying? What's the guy that looks at the bodies after the
coroner?
Yeah, the guy that does the autopsy. Oh the autopsy guy had said that the fentanyl didn't help, obviously, but like what primarily caused his death was the knee, like him getting suffocated. But then Kanye's quick to hop on the conspiracy shit. Like, how do I know that autopsy guy wasn't paid to say that? It's just like, see, like you're smart, bro. Kanye's smart. He has his takes. But for him to say something like that, it's just you're diving into the conspiracy thing a bit much.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To me, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Because we all saw what we saw. It's on video, and it's crazy that the world we live in, you have people that will sit here and tell you that that cop didn't kill George Floyd, when we see it right there, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know how many conspiracies came out of that story, bro? I was hearing that Floyd was a Freemason.
What?
He was a Freemason. It was a staged death.
Yeah.
So much stuff was going on with that.
You know what's crazy too? There's people. My brother was just telling me, this guy at work, the kids that got killed like in schools and shit. People think that's fake. That those are staged deaths too, to take away our guns. Everybody's on that shit. Like, they're gonna take away our guns. Like, I don't know, but how disrespectful is that? If you're a parent and your child got killed at school, and you got this pinche pendejo right here saying, "Oh, that was staged. It didn't happen."
Right.
What the fuck, homie? You know, like I was fucking socked the fuck out of that fool. Right. Like, you're over here and you're like people. You know, I get it. Anything's possible, bro. But like, how far are you gonna go into these conspiracies? I was into the conspiracies when I was younger, when I was growing up. I feel like the older I get, the less likely some of them are. But don't get it twisted. There's truth to some extent, into some of these theories maybe. But like, we're never gonna know the facts, bro. And for people to loosely say, "Oh, those kids, that was a stage. Those kids didn't die." You know what I'm saying? And you got parents grieving a fucking lost child, bro. Like, that's disrespect, bro. Yeah. I don't know, bro. But for Kanye, man, like, I feel like he's smart, because I haven't really seen his interviews, and people are quick to say he's crazy. Oh, he's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I just think it's not so much that he's crazy. He thinks what he thinks, and maybe he's just outlandish. Like, it's just far out there. Doesn't mean he's crazy. He's just, you know what I'm saying? Someone made a good point. I saw like, if you go crazy and you just attack Jews, is there some kind of crazy that makes you hate Jews? Or like, that's almost like a cop out. Yeah. Oh, Kanye's crazy. He's crazy. Leave him alone. You know what I'm saying? Nah, like, there's no crazy that can make you hate a specific people or say crazy. I don't know, bro.
He's one wealthy crazy person. I'll tell you.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't be that crazy when you're making that much money, right?
He knows what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? To be a billionaire. You know.
You got to be crazy to do that. Then count me in.
Right.
Whatever it takes. What do you got coming up, man? Anything coming up with you? Any new developments?
I have a lot of singles that I got a lot of tracks, bro, that are recorded. I'm just gonna start releasing some singles and stuff. The thing is, when I have enough songs to drop an album, but it's just songs. I just been recording songs. Like I get a random mood or we'll throw a random beat on. There's no theme to all these songs. Like I can pick a song from here, pick a song from there, and put a project together. But it's not organic. When I do an album, I like it to be like a theme to it. There's a general meaning behind this album. So I don't have that right now, but I might just drop a few songs, a few singles, maybe put like 4 songs together and drop an EP. That way I can release the material and not have people waiting. But eventually, I think next year in the summer or maybe a little after the summer, I want to do like depending on where I'm at in my life, it depends, bro. Because when people drop albums, it should be significant. There should be a message to it, in my opinion, or it should be pertaining to something that I'm going through. Right now, I'm all about my hustle. I'm all about my grind. Maybe I'll drop a 12-song album primarily about motivating motherfuckers to get their grind on and shit. I feel like that's where I'm going. Maybe I'll just do some motivational shit, you know what I'm saying? And get your grind on, get your fatty out, bro, and keep going and still incorporate the raza shit. Cause I'm talking to the raza when I say that too. Everybody's out there getting theirs. We got to get ours, bro. And we got, like we talked about, we got so many gente here in this country. There's no excuse. There's no reason why we shouldn't be bigger in music. There's no reason why we have so much fucking fans. We have so much, we consume everything, bro. You know, they got to start supporting us. You know what I'm saying? You can support black artists. You can support white artists. But don't forget to support the motherfucking raza, homie. And, you know, like, it's just weird, bro. Like, we got so much motherfucking potential, dog, that it's just a matter of time, bro. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm going to be real with you, dog. I've been kind of saying this. All these companies, all these big companies, Nike, Adidas, Monster, McDonald's, whatever the fuck it is, they need to start, and they are going to start doing ads trying to get our people. They're going to start, like you'll see more commercials with raza in there. You're going to start seeing that, bro, because I think these companies know, like, raza's out here spending money, bro. We're out here contributing to this country. We need to get their business. You know what I'm saying? McDonald's, they're starting to do it. They have more raza in their commercials. Nike should start incorporating the raza. All these companies, if they're smart, they should start getting motherfucking homies in their commercials and shit, because we buy shit, bro. We're out there buying shit. We're contributing to this motherfucking economy and society and shit, dog. So I already see it, bro. They're gonna try to they want our vote. Politicians are gonna want our votes too. They're gonna start pampering to some of our shit. It is what it is. It's just we're growing. Raza likes to have kids, dog. It is what it is. We're always having kids. We're busting babies out left and right. We're going to be the people to accommodate, bro. Like, they need that vote. That's a big percentage of the country. You know what I'm saying? Politicians are going to start pampering us. All these companies are going to start, like I said, incorporating our gente in commercials to try to get our money, bro. And that's where it's going, bro. And we got to capitalize on that too. We got to recognize the power we have, and we got to start supporting our gente too. You're going to keep, you know, it's funny because motherfuckers will buy shit from Nike, they'll buy shit from Adidas or whatever, or from Gucci and all that shit. And they're over here asking if they want to, hey, can I get a discount on my shit? Motherfucker, like, you want a discount? You want me to discount it, but you want to pay full price for these millionaires? But yeah, you got me trying to come up, and you want me to hook you up with a shirt? Like, buy it, motherfucker. You're buying everything else, right? Why you want your homie to hook you up, dog? It's fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
But yeah, nah, fool. Maybe I'll do some motivational shit, but I do have a Lonely Fool. I showed you that song.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a video for that. I think that single has potential to catapult me, dog, to give me some good attention. That song, it could be a hit. You know what I'm saying? It has a lot of potential, and we got a nice little video we're gonna do. I have in the works on February 4th. I have a venue in Marietta. I'm gonna do a single release performance, get a show together for Lonely Fool. So February 4th, I will be releasing Lonely Fool, and we're gonna auction off a painting. I have a homegirl that I met in Kansas. She does paintings, really nice, and we're gonna pay her to paint a canvas that something about with the Lonely Fool theme. I showed her the song, I explained it to her, and she's gonna come up with something, and you're gonna be able to buy raffles, to win that. So it's a show / like you can win. The ticket's $20, but you can buy a raffle for $5 to win that painting. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to do things different a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And so that's gonna be dope, bro. We're gonna release the single February 4th, and we're gonna have an auction painting, or you're gonna win a painting through raffles, and yeah, bro. I think that's the one that my main focus right now for projects is probably the Lonely Fool, because it has so much potential in my eyes, bro. We gotta do the right video and plan it out. But as far as I always have shows, bro. This Friday I got a show in San Diego, and the next day it's in Long Beach. So, and then I already got booked next year for Boise, Idaho with Baby Bash. I'm gonna do Odessa, Texas as well again. I'm just staying busy, dog. If you guys follow the IG and shit, you'll see, man. I'm just staying active on the grind, bro. Pretty much.
What's up, man? Hypnotic, thanks for being here, man. Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you coming down, man.
All day.
Great conversation.
Gracias, homie. Like I said, man, it's a blessing to hop on these platforms, bro, and just speak, dog. And I really appreciate it, bro. It's an opportunity for gente, to see what I'm about and branch out, man. We all have people that follow us, right? Like let's get each other. Let's get circulated, bro.
Yep.
People can start seeing, and we can all start supporting each other and shit.
Absolutely.
So if you like what you see, go ahead and support your homeboy, man. Your homeboy Hypnotic. Muchas gracias, homie. I appreciate it, dog.
You got it, man. Wish you nothing but the best of luck, man. And good luck. That song, Lonely Boy, I know it's going to be a banger.
Lonely Fool, dog.
Lonely Fool. Lonely Fool.
Yeah.
Fool's Clutch. Man, that song's going to be a banger for sure, man.
Gracias, homie. I'm excited about that one. Yeah, just look out for that. February 4th, Lonely Fool. Your homeboy Hypnotic, man. That's a banger right there. Look out for that. All the lonely fools out there. It's okay to be lonely, dog.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, man. Until next time, brother.
Ándale.
We're out of here.
All right, gracias.